Episode number 370. Milady, with a rapid gesture, opened the robe, to the cambric that covered the bosom, and read with feigned anger and simulated shame, showed the young man the ineffaceable impression which dishonored that beautiful shoulder. But, cried Felton, that is a fleur de relief which I see there. And therein consisted the infamy, replied Milady. The brand of England! It would be necessary to prove what tribunal had imposed it on me, and I could have made a public appeal to all the tribunals of the kingdom, but the brand of France! Oh, by that I was branded indeed. This was too much for Felton. Pale, motionless, overwhelmed by this frightful revelation, dazzled by the superwoman beauty of this woman, who unveiled herself before him with an immodesty which appeared to him sublime, he ended by falling on his knees before her as the early Christians did before those pure and holy martyrs whom the persecution of the emperors gave up in the circus to the sanguinary sensuality of the populace. The brand disappeared, the beauty alone remained. Pardon! Pardon! Cried Felton. Oh, pardon! Milady read in his eyes love. Love. Pardon for what? Asked she. Pardon me for having joined with your persecutors. Milady held out her hand to him. So beautiful. So young. Cried Felton, covering that hand with his kisses. Milady let one of those looks fall upon him, which make a slave of a king. Felton was a Puritan. He abandoned the hand of this woman to kiss her feet. He no longer loved her, he adored her. When this crisis was past, when Milady appeared to have resumed the self-possession, which she had never lost, when Felton had seen her recover with the veil of chastity those treasures of love which were only concealed from him to make him desire them the more ardently, he said, "Ah, now, I have only one thing to ask of you, that is, the name of your true executioner. For to me there is but one, the other was an instrument, that was all." "What, brother?" cried Milady. "Must I name him again? Have you not yet divined who is?" "What?" cried Felton. "He, again he, always he. What, the truly guilty?" "The truly guilty," said Milady, "is the ravager of England, the persecutor of true believers, the base ravisher of the honor of so many women, he who, to satisfy a caprice of his corrupt heart, is about to make England shed so much blood, who protects the Protestants today, and will betray them tomorrow." "Buckingham. It is, then, Buckingham!" cried Felton, in a high state of excitement. Milady concealed her face in her hands, as if she could not endure the shame which this name recalled to her. "Buckingham, the executioner of this angelic creature!" cried Felton. "And thou hast not hurled thy thunder at him, my God! And thou hast left him noble, honored, powerful, for the ruin of us all.